All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate that. So today, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit stressful. I think the boss was kind of on edge, so just trying to play it cool, stay out of his way. Seems like he was kind of upset or something, so didn't really want to bother him too much. But I had to ask some questions, so I was kind of stressed now, getting a little bit of anxiety. Anyways, everything worked out pretty well. I had to ask some questions, so I had to get some answers. But other than that, the day was just really weird. It seems like people were in weird moods. Maybe it was just a Monday thing, but I was just trying to play it cool and mind my own business. But there was some problems with the machine that we've been using, the saw, to cut the ventilated uh, cable trays. So that was basically cutting cricket at an angle. Don't know why, but the guy who built it is going to come look at it tomorrow. So basically, one of the guys was trying to fix it all day, one of my coworkers, another journeyman, and then we got reassigned to try to use a different machine to cut the ladder or the ventilated cable trays. So we went over to this other bandsaw, and that was a piece of trash. So the other boss said, don't use that. So the angry boss said, I'm just going to give you something else to work on. So we went ahead and started another order of the strut cuts. They're going to build some racks, and those have to go out to get powder coated again. So these had to be perfect. So had to double check every single one of them, because the last ones that I was a part of, the apprentices messed up on. So that kind of made us look bad, the journeyman, because we didn't double check them. So I had to double check everything today. Basically, once the strut is cut, I used a square washer to make sure that the edges lined up. And if they didn't line up with a bolt through it, then I basically just threw it away and started over with that cut, because basically in between the strut there are the two circles. Every 2 inches there is a circle on the strut, and once you start cutting it with a strut shear, it gets smaller and smaller. That's just the way that it is, and eventually after like 3 or 4 cuts you have to basically cut off an inch to reset the gap. Otherwise it's just going to be cutting right in the middle of the holes, which you can't do. That's a no-no. Can't be doing that, especially for the strut racks. Maybe for like ceiling strut it's okay, but if you're doing the building racks, you can't have the rods just floating out at the end of the strut, so you have to have those holes intact. So worked on that, got that done, got the strut cuts done, and then worked on my coworker Melissa was working on cutting the rods for that order. And so she was cutting, I was threading on the pieces, the hex nuts, the lock nuts, square washers, and then the strut nuts. So worked on that at the end of the day. So overall it was a good day, but just a little bit stressful, and kind of trying to fix that saw for like the first few hours of the day. Kind of didn't get that much done today, so that kind of put some pressure on us for the rest of the week, because we kind of have to get these 2 orders of ventilated cable trays out by the end of the week. But if everything goes well and everything gets fixed soon, then we can just bang those out in like 2 days, so it won't be a big deal. And then we did get the machine to punch the holes into the cable trays. So they got that set up today at the end of the day on the table. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. I think it would be better if they set it up not at the edge of the table, because then you have to hold the cable tray out the back of it. And if it's like 10 or 12 feet long, then someone's going to be holding it up in the air or something. So I think it would just be better if they set it up on the table, and then it would just be like, a micrometer off of the table, and then you just punch it on the table. So I'll bring that up to them tomorrow, and then kind of raise some ideas to the boss today, one of the bosses, and I said, hey, we should get some type of different saw to cut this, like a miter saw to cut the ventilated cable trays. So they seemed really excited about that, and they're going to look into that. So kind of like an industrial, I forgot the name of it. It's like an industrial miter saw, or industrial sliding saw or something like that, reciprocating saw. Maybe I'll throw a picture in here, maybe I won't. Anyways, I think that about wraps it up for the day. So kept busy today, got some stuff done, and then we'll see what the rest of the week holds. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Check out my new blue wristband for $3 from eBay. I love it. Anyways, hope you're having a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe share the channel if you want to with a friend if you think they would enjoy it. And the giveaway is coming up soon in like a few days, probably, maybe by the end of the week for sure. So anyways, gonna be hitting 13,000 soon. Thanks you so much. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.